Here are some examples of how to solve a word problem, a percent problem with bar models. Marilyn saves 30% of the money she earns each month. She earns $1,350 each month. How much does she save? Well, I noticed that the percentage that is here in the problem is a multiple of 10. So we'll be able to use a bar model with 10 units. So I'll go ahead and begin to draw that. And put my 10 units in here. 5 units there. And 5 units there. And then we'll just take each one of these sentences and add that information to the bar model and maybe make some adjustments as we go. So what's going on here? Marilyn is saving some of the money that she earns. Specifically, she saves 30% of the money that she earns. So this is 30% that she saves. And 30% of what? 30% of the amount that she earns. So that's 100% is what she earns, and what she saves is 30%. So we've got this sentence now on our bar model. She earns $1,350 each month. Earns is the whole thing. So what she earns is $1,350. And we've got that in our bar model. And now how much does she save? So that means that we know the percent, but we want to find the amount. Well, I've got $1,350 that is equal to 10 units. So I would like to know what each unit is. I'm going to divide that by 10. That's $135. So each one of these units is 135. And 135, 135, 135, 135, 135, and 135. 30% is 3 of those units. So 135 times 3, and we'll set it up like this. Carry the 1, 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10, 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4, $405. So she saves $405. All right, let's try another one. Remember, anytime that you want to go back and review, you can always pause and go back and see what we did on the problem before, or just stop at any time. All right, at the Natural History Museum, 40% of the visitors are children. There are 36 children at the museum. How many visitors altogether are at the museum? Again, I noticed that the percentage there is a multiple of 10. So I'll be able to use a 10 unit bar model. Sorry, it's a little wavy there. All right, so what's going on here? We've got some visitors at the Natural History Museum, and 40% of them are children. So altogether, the 100% is going to be the number of visitors. 40% of them are children, so let's show that. There's 40%. And that's children. There are 36 children at the museum. Oh, so let's check this off first. We got this sentence in. Now, the next one. There are 36 children at the museum. 36 children, that means that 36 is the amount that is covered by 40%. So this percentage is equal to this amount. Well, 4 units is equal to 36. So 36 divided by 4 equals 9. Each of these units is 9. Okay, so we've got that on our bar model. And how many visitors altogether are at the museum? That's the total visitors. 9 times 10 equals 90. 90 visitors. Okay. So here's a problem that you can use the techniques that we just did in the first two. You can solve. So why don't you pause the video here and try to solve this yourself. Did you pause? Okay. Hopefully you've had a chance to take a look at that and you've got your own solution. Let's see how yours matches up with mine. All right, Bill bought cards to celebrate Pi Day. He sent 60% of his cards to friends. He sent 42 cards to friends. How many cards did he buy altogether? So what's going on in this problem? Bill's buying some cards. He's sending some of them to his friends. So again, I noticed 60%. That's going to allow me to draw a bar model with 10 units. So we'll draw that. This is the number of cards that he bought. And he sent 60% of those cards to his friends. So I want to get 60% for friends. Oops. That goes there. All right. So we've got that. He sent 42 cards to friends. So hopefully you realize that that amount matches the 60% because that's the amount that he sent to friends. So that amount goes right here. So that's 6 units are equal to 42. So 42 divided by 6 equals 7. Each of these has 7. How many cards did he buy altogether? Well, what he bought altogether would be the whole bar. That would be 7 times 10, and that equals 70 cards. And here's one more example for you to try. So again, go ahead and pause the video, read the picture, get the information on your bar model, and then come back and check with me. Okay. It says Bruce cooked 80% of the pancakes at the pancake breakfast last weekend. They made 1,120 pancakes. How many pancakes did Bruce cook? Well, yet again, I see 10% or multiple of 10. So I'm going to go ahead and make my bar model with 10 units. All right, let's see what's going on here. Bruce is cooking some pancakes. He cooked 80% of them, and so it looks to me like this is going to be the total pancakes will be the whole bar. And then Bruce cooked some of these. So he cooked how much? 80%. So we've got to find 8 units. And 2 units left. That should be right. So 80%. That's what Bruce cooked. All right, they made, so we got this on our bar model. They made 1,120 pancakes. Now that's how much they made altogether. So that's going to be, this time, that's going to be all of this, 1,120. How many did Bruce cook? Well, I've got 10 units that equals 1,120. So I'm going to divide 1,120 by 10, move the decimal over one place, and that's going to give me 112. So each of these units is equal to 112. And hopefully by now you recognize I don't have to write this in all of these units, but a 112, do that if that's going to be helpful to you. But I see that I'm going to need 8 units of 112 to find out how many Bruce cooked. So multiply that by 8, 16, carry the 1. 8 times 1 is 9 plus 8 times 1 is 8 plus 1 is 9, and then 8 again there. So that is 896 pancakes. Bruce cooked a lot of pancakes. Okay, Bruce cooked. There you go.